Once upon a time, in a small village, lived two brothers. The elder was as lazy as the day is long, with a heart full of greed. The younger, however, was his complete opposite, kind, honest, and hardworking. While their parents were alive, the elder brother did nothing but live off their kindness. After they passed, he simply shifted his dependency onto his younger brother. He wasted his days away, gambling and drinking, eventually selling the very thatched house their parents had left them. With no roof over their heads, the brothers went their separate ways. The elder brother, refusing to work, became a beggar, wandering from town to town. But the younger brother took the simple fishing rod his father had left him and went to the river. Day in and day out, through sun and pouring rain, he fished. His hard work paid off. Soon he had saved enough to buy a proper fishing net, making his work a little easier. Through his diligence and thrift, he eventually earned enough money to buy back his parents' old home. His heart was still full of compassion, so he invited his elder brother to come back and live with him. But some things, it seems, never change. The elder brother remained as idle as ever. One day, the younger brother fished from sunrise to sunset, but his net came up empty every time. Tired and disheartened, he decided to try one last time in a deserted, quiet part of the river. He cast his net, and this time it grew incredibly heavy. He pulled with all his might, expecting a huge catch. But when the net reached the shore, he gasped. Instead of fish, a beautiful maiden stood before him, her clothes shimmering like moonlight on water. She explained that she was a celestial fairy. One day, while bathing in the river, she had been captured by the cruel son of the Water King and forced to be his wife. Thanks to the young man's net, she had finally escaped. To show her immense gratitude, she granted him 7 wishes. "If you wish to give someone a blessing," she said, her voice like music, "simply place your hand upon their head. Each touch will grant 1 wish." She gently touched his head 7 times, a soft light glowing with each touch, and then, as quickly as she appeared, she vanished. Rushing home, the younger brother excitedly told his elder brother what had happened. The elder brother's eyes widened with greed. He didn't care about the fairy or his brother's good fortune. He only saw an opportunity for himself. He immediately demanded 4 of the wishes. The kind younger brother, ever accommodating, agreed and placed his hand upon his brother's head 4 times. For his first wish, the elder brother bellowed, "I wish for a magnificent palace, filled to the brim with gold, silver, and jewels." In the blink of an eye, a splendid, glittering castle appeared where their humble hut once stood. He roared with laughter, dancing among his newfound treasures. The younger brother, in contrast, used his first wish modestly. He simply wished for a sturdy, comfortable house to replace their crumbling one, and a fertile field for farming. He decided to save his last wish for a time of real need. Now living in a palace, the elder brother became arrogant and cruel. When poor neighbors came to his gate, hoping for a bit of help, he scoffed and drove them away with harsh words. Annoyed by their pleas, he used his second wish. "I wish for all my neighbors to disappear so no one will ever bother me again." And just like that, the surrounding homes vanished, leaving him in complete isolation. He had his peace, but it was a lonely one. Boredom quickly set in. The silence of his empty palace became deafening. So he made his third wish. "Life on Earth is too dull. I wish to go to the moon to play with the beautiful Lady Aching and Uncle Cooey." A powerful whirlwind instantly scooped him up, spiraling him high into the night sky until it set him down on the silvery surface of the moon. There he met Uncle Cooey, the legendary man in the moon, sitting under a banyan tree. Cooey handed him an axe. "Welcome," he said with a wry smile. "Here, if you want to eat, you must chop wood to earn it." The elder brother, desperate for food, chopped and chopped until his arms ached and he was drenched in sweat. But when he finished, he got nothing. Cooey just laughed. "I asked you to chop wood for fuel, not for food." Then, pointing to a large rock, he said, "If you're still hungry, grind that rock into a fine powder. You can eat that." The elder brother, foolish and starving, believed him. He worked tirelessly, grinding the rock into dust. But when he tried to swallow the bitter, gritty powder, he gagged. It was impossible to eat. Cooey laughed even louder. "Ha! I only needed stone powder to make a chessboard, not for you to eat." Fed up, frustrated, and starving, the elder brother had had enough of the moon. He used his fourth and final wish, screaming, "Take me to the sun." Instantly, he was flung toward the fiery star. But as he got closer, the heat became unbearable, scorching his skin. In a blind panic, he leaped away, tumbling back down toward Earth. He landed with a huge splash, right in the middle of the very river where his younger brother so often fished. Local fishermen pulled his body from the water, but it was too late. He had drowned. When the younger brother heard the tragic news, he was heartbroken. He rushed to the riverbank to claim his brother's body. Looking down at his brother's lifeless face, he knew what he had to do. With his one final wish, he placed his hand on his brother's forehead and prayed with all his heart. "I wish for my elder brother to come back to life." At once, the elder brother's eyes fluttered open. He coughed up water and took a deep, shuddering breath. He was alive, overwhelmed with shame for his greed and foolishness. He looked at his kind brother and finally understood the value of what he had almost lost forever. From that day on, he was a changed man. He repented for his past behavior and began to work hard alongside his younger brother. Together, they tilled the fields, cast their fishing nets, and planted new crops. The younger brother, always looking to improve their lives, sought out new seeds, bringing home the most fragrant rice and the sweetest fruits. Soon, their fields were producing bountiful harvests, and their garden overflowed with delicious fruits. Both brothers eventually married kind, wonderful women, and they all lived together in one big, happy family. They had found the greatest treasure of all, not gold or palaces, but peace, hard work, and the love of family. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. If you enjoyed it, please give us a like and don't forget to subscribe for more tales from around the world. We'll see you in the next video.